Where isn't there a ghost? But perhaps the creepiest stories are always from school. Everyone has heard whispers, haunted bathrooms, cursed old trees, or shadows lurking in dark corridors. Tonight, Ghost Asian takes you deep into the haunted tales of universities. These stories are passed down by word of mouth with no solid proof. But we dare you to sleep well after hearing them. Many say the University of Industrial Fine Arts was built on a mass grave. For students here, seeing a ghost is almost normal. Years ago, students heard marching footsteps echoing across the courtyard at night. In Building A, near an old bamboo cluster, small coffins were once dug up. During exam season, students often stay past 10 p.m., and the creepiest place of all is the sculpture building. One ghostly July night, a student named O was alone in the workshop working on her project. Suddenly, she felt a chill down her spine, as if someone was staring from outside. When she turned off the lights and closed the door, every hair on her body stood on end. The figure was no longer outside. It was right behind her. She could even hear its breathing. On her way back from the workshop, she heard another pair of footsteps following her, matching her pace. In 2013, a student named N stayed in the ceramics workshop overnight to finish his exam project. He never believed in ghosts until that night. As he dozed off, strange noises seemed to rise from beneath the floor. When he opened his eyes, silence returned. But whenever he tried to sleep, the sounds came back, echoing through the room. There's also a bathroom on the first floor that no one can ever open. A female student once tried to force the door open, thinking someone was trapped inside. But all she heard was loud banging from within, no voice, no reply. At the Academy of Journalism and Communication, the dormitory is considered a spiritual hotspot. One student said she woke up in the middle of the night and saw a shadowy figure walk from the bathroom into her room, sit on the bed next to her wall for a moment, then vanish. She was frozen with fear and only told her friends a year later. Another girl saw someone sit on the lower bunk of her friend's bed, staying for a long while before disappearing. But no one had returned to the room that night.
Near the campus clinic, there's an altar that always has incense burning. Seniors whisper that someone once jumped from that building, so the altar was built to appease the spirit. In Building B1, students practicing late have seen figures walking the halls and lights flickering on their own. And then there's Van Lang University, famous for room C208, the only classroom with a feng shui mirror above the door. They say a girl took her own life there, so the school placed the mirror to trap her spirit. Years later, an art teacher kept drawing the face of that same girl in every portrait, even though she had never seen her. After a ritual was performed, the strange occurrences stopped. The corridor near that room is also eerie. Students have heard water running and toilets flushing, but found no one inside. The old elevator near C209 has been seen opening and closing by itself multiple times with no passengers. Building A of Van Lang is even scarier. Once an old factory, it's said 1 to 2 workers died there. Students have reported seeing an extra shadow on the wall, 6 shadows for 5 people. Some even become possessed, walking aimlessly down the halls until someone shakes them awake. This building has 6 skylights but is always dark and gloomy, its lights glowing all night, even when the entire school powers down. In Thudok, many universities are built on former cemeteries or wartime hospitals, and University of Technical Education is no exception. Room A101 once witnessed a student attack and kill his teacher before taking his own life. Since then, the lights in that room mysteriously turn on every night despite being switched off. Another student died mysteriously with severe internal injuries but no wounds outside his body. There's even a legendary milkwood tree that simply cannot be cut down. Bulldozers broke down, chains snapped, one guard nearly lost an eye to flying wood splinters. The school eventually built a shrine under the tree and keeps incense burning daily. Few dare to pass by it alone at night. At Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology, there's a grave hidden under a flower bed near Building B6. When workers first tried to remove it, some dropped dead on the spot. On the second attempt, after elaborate rituals, they managed to break the tomb, but when the first drill pierced it, a strange brown smoke escaped. Those who inhaled it supposedly went insane, including a professor. Even the dormitories of the National University have their share of horrors: floating hats at midnight, mysterious knocking sounds, beds shaking violently while no one was there. Some students even moved out early after seeing things they shouldn't have seen. Others discovered hair floating in their drinking water, and when they checked the tank, a body was found inside. Whether real or just urban legends, these stories are passed down from generation to generation. And you? Does your school have a ghost story? Share it with Ghost Asian in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more chilling tales.